Hey, what's up everybody? This is Astral Boo Baby. What is astral projection? Astral projection is an involuntary or voluntary shift in consciousness. It is an ability or awareness that transcends the five senses. When one astral projects, she may be able to fly, visit other realms and dimensions, visit other places here on Earth, or even visit other worlds, as strange as that may sound. It is very true. But as I've said in previous videos, astral projection is very real in my world because ever since I was a little boy, I would have them involuntarily, and when I say I would have them, they were very minor. I would have sensations of falling, flying. I would often feel my astral body floating above my physical body, I was totally aware. My consciousness was aware that I was floating above my body and feeling the ceiling and touching the ceiling, but at the same time being totally aware that I'm still in bed. Now, usually when one is about to astral project, there is an intense vibration, and this vibration begins sometimes from the top of one's head to their feet, from the feet up to the bottom of their head, from the chest. There are all kinds of ways it begin manifesting itself, and there's usually a sensation of being paralyzed. I want to tell you guys about my very first profound astral projection experience, and some of you may find it very relatable depending on what you've experienced firsthand. But my very first intense astral projection experience happened about 12 years ago. I was living at home at the time with my mom, and I remember I was very, very tired. I was working very, very hard at that time, and I remember coming home and lying down on the couch, and before I knew it, I had fallen asleep. And I couldn't have been asleep for long when all of a sudden my mind wakes up. I'm totally aware that I'm coming up out of a sleep, but at the same time I'm paralyzed, and I feel this intense vibration. It was more intense than I had ever felt it up until that point. All of a sudden I see through my eyelids like this intense light, this intense white light, and it's the best way I can describe it is, imagine closing your eyes and looking up at the sun on a bright summer's day. That's the closest way I can describe that intense light. And I couldn't open my eyes and I couldn't move. Again, I'm totally aware what is happening. After seeing the light filter through my eyelids, all of a sudden I felt my arms, my hands slowly lift up out of my physical body. And your astral body feels just like your physical body, but the difference is the astral body is vibrating on a different frequency, and the astral body is weightless compared to the physical body. But anyway, I suddenly feel my hands and arms slowly lift out. My arms slowly lifted up, slowly went back down again. Then all of a sudden it lifted up, and my index fingers came down, up out of my body, and down right here where my third eye is, where our third eye is, right here. And all of a sudden, I see what looked like bluish static electricity, but I was seeing this in another void or dimension. Now, by this time, my mind, my higher consciousness was separated from my physical body. But again, I'm still aware that my physical body is there. But all of a sudden, I see like this bluish static like electricity, and all of a sudden, I see computer codes. Like it was like being in a dark void and seeing a wall of computer codes of ones and zeros. They were golden ones and zeros, slowly moving up. The codes were all around me. The codes were all around me. And I'm looking at this with my mind's eye in complete, utter disbelief. And as these ones and zeros, these codes were slowly moving up, I don't know where. It appears that I was uploading some data somewhere. And out of these codes came like these images and pictures. The first picture that I clearly remembered was this blueprint, how they would actually put the slaves on the boat. An image of that came out of these codes, and it froze before me for like 2 seconds, and then it went back in, and then out of that code came an image of a Native American shaking hands with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed pilgrim. Now, I later found out that both of those images were messages to me, but at that time I did not understand why these images emerged and what it meant. And I will tell you guys later on at some other time what I found out. But those messages were for me. They were about me. The experience, everything about it was such a revelation. And let me tell you, when you have an experience or revelation like that, you never see the world the same again. And it only got more intense and more profound as the years had gone by. So that's my very first profound is the key word. That's my very first profound astral projection experience. So I thought I would share that with you guys. If you have any questions, please post them and I will get back with you. It only gets better, folks. I'm telling you, this is a very real phenomenon. And let me say for the record that I don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs, never have, and have no intentions on doing so. So these experiences really come from a genuine place. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening to my story. More to come. Stay tuned. Have a good one, y'all.